in the quiet, misty village of Arowa. The morning birds usually sing a song of peace. But today, their melody is choked by a rising tide of panic. Dawn has broken, but it's brought a shadow with it, a shadow that has fallen over the heart of the community. Mama Ress's sacred cooking pot is gone, vanished. This isn't just any pot, you see. It's a colossal iron vessel, its surface blackened by generations of use, its very metal steeped in history. It's the pot of blessings, the link between the living and the ancestors, used only once a year for the annual harvest feast. Without it, the feast cannot happen, the ritual is broken, and the villagers believe that without the ritual, the land will turn barren, and famine will creep into their homes like a thief in the night. The news spreads like wildfire, whispered from hut to hut. Mama Risi, the pot's elderly guardian, has collapsed, her sobs echoing the village's collective fear. The elders gather under the ancient baobab tree, their faces etched with worry. The night guards, who were supposed to protect the village shrine where the pot was kept, swear on their lives they saw nothing, heard nothing. The village council delivers a grim verdict. Whoever stole this pot has stolen the very life of Arowa. The air grows thick with suspicion. Every shadow seems to hold a secret, and every face becomes a potential mask for a traitor who would dare commit such a sacrilege. The whispers soon turn to accusations, and a list of suspects begins to form. First, there's Adamu, the village metalworker. He's strong, he works with iron, and more importantly, he's drowning in debt. People say he's been desperate, melting down scrap metal to sell in the city. Could he have seen the sacred pot not as a relic, but as a lump of valuable iron? Then there's BC, a widow whose heart carries a deep-seated grudge. Last year, during the feast, her hungry son was denied a portion from the pot due to a petty squabble. Her quiet anger has been simmering ever since. Did she take the pot out of spite to ensure no one feasted if her son could not? And what about the strangers? A traveling merchant, his cart laden with exotic goods, arrived just the day before the pot disappeared. He was gone before the sun even crested the hills. Was his timely visit a coincidence, or did he see an opportunity to steal a priceless artifact? Even the village's own youth are not above suspicion. A group of young hunters returned from the forest long after midnight, their story of a fruitless chase sounding flimsy and rehearsed. Did they stumble upon the pot and decide to keep it for themselves? And perhaps most chilling of all, the chief priest, the spiritual leader of Arowa, offers a disturbing explanation. He doesn't point fingers at anyone in the village. Instead, he looks to the heavens and declares that the gods themselves are angry, that this is a punishment for some forgotten sin. As the days tick by, the once tight-knit community of Arowa begins to unravel. The threads of friendship, woven over lifetimes, are snapping one by one. Neighbors who once shared everything now avert their gazes. Children, usually playing freely, now whisper in hushed tones about strange footprints they saw near the shrine in the dead of night. The trust that held Arowa together is eroding, replaced by a creeping paranoia. everyone is a suspect, and everyone is a detective. Amidst this chaos, a young man named Bode, known for his curious mind and restless spirit, decides he can't just stand by and watch his home tear itself apart. He doesn't believe the simple stories or the easy accusations. He feels there's something deeper at play, something the adults are either missing or deliberately ignoring. Bode begins his own quiet investigation, retracing steps, listening to gossip, and looking for clues that don't fit the official narrative. He finds a piece of brightly coloured cloth snagged on a thorn bush, near the empty shrine cloth that does unbelong to any of the initial suspects. He notices the ground behind the shrine is disturbed in a way that suggests something was dragged, not carried. Each new discovery pulls him deeper into a tangled web of deceit and jealousy, revealing old wounds and hidden resentments that have festered just beneath the surface of village life. It seems the missing pot is not just a simple theft. It's a catalyst, bringing Arowa's darkest secrets into the light. The more he uncovers, the more he realizes the truth is far more complex and dangerous than anyone imagines. Just as Bode feels he's getting closer to an answer, a new wave of terror washes over the village. In the dead of night, the silence of the surrounding forest is shattered. A loud, metallic clang echoes through the trees, followed by a single, blood-curdling scream that jolts everyone from their sleep. Panic erupts. Is it the thief, caught in the act? Or has the thief met a grim fate? The Night Watch, armed with spears and courage, ventures into the darkness, but they find nothing. No person, no pot only, an unsettling silence, and the lingering echo of that terrible sound. Fear now has a voice, and it's screaming from the woods. The villagers lock their doors, convinced that whatever took the pot is not only sacrilegious, but also violent. With the annual harvest feast just days away, desperation sets in. The yams are ready, the palm wine is brewed, but the spirit of the celebration is dead. The elders are in despair, convinced that they are doomed to face a year of hunger and misfortune. The chief priest's warnings about angry gods now seem terrifyingly real. Some villagers abandon all logic, whispering that no human could have stolen the pot. They believe it was taken by vengeful spirits, demanding justice for a sin the village has long tried to forget. The mystery of the stolen pot has morphed into a terrifying ghost story, and Arowa is trapped in its own nightmare, haunted by its past and terrified of its future. The pressure is mounting, and the village is at a breaking point. The climax arrives not with a whisper, but with a thunderous revelation. Bode, following his final clue trail of crushed rare herbs that only one person in the village uses, is led to the most shocking location imaginable. There, hidden in plain sight, is the sacred pot, and the person who took it is the last one anyone would have ever suspected. The village is stunned into silence, but the biggest twist is yet to come. The motive for the theft wasn't greed or revenge or even desperation. The pot wasn't stolen for money or food. It was taken to prevent a terrible tragedy, a secret catastrophe that was about to unfold during the feast itself. Tragedy that the village leaders knew about but had chosen to ignore. Suddenly, the mystery is no longer about a missing pot. It's about a village living a lie. The discovery forces Arowa to confront a truth so dark and deeply buried that they had built their traditions around hiding it. The theft wasn't an act of betrayal against the community. It was a desperate act to save it from itself. The sacred pot, once a symbol of unity and ancestral blessing, has now become a mirror, reflecting the village's deepest fears and darkest secrets. To save their future, the people of Arowa must now reckon with their past. What was the tragedy they refused to acknowledge? And can the village ever be whole again? The answers lie beyond the iron pot, in the very soul of the community. Thanks for watching. If you're intrigued by mysteries that unravel the human heart, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell.